Deaths of two on-duty EMTs sends waves of grief through the Circle City.
EMTs Tim McCormick and Cody Medley lost their lives after an accident this weekend. Tonight, the community is showing an outpouring of support. RTV6 anchor Erica Fly has that story.
But first, we begin our team coverage with Ebony Monet, who is learning more about who the two men were helping in their final hours. Ebony.
We're learning from Wishart Hospital officials that some of the last calls that these two men took were to help homeless people in need of medical care. And some of the people showing up here tonight for the viewing tell us, some of their friends and colleagues, that that's exactly what they prided themselves in, helping others. People wait hours at Crown Hill Cemetery to pay respect to Tim McCormick and his grieving family.
I had a chance to comfort them, let them know that earth does not have any sorrow that heaven can't heal.
The viewing is for McCormick, but the expressions of grief are for him and his fellow EMT, Cody Medley. Both men died after an early Saturday morning crash.
We are a family. We're more family than our spouses. I spend more time with my partner than I do my spouse. And people really don't get it when we say that this is the worst pain we've ever felt, because it is.
24-year-old McCormick and 22-year-old Medley joined IEMS in 2010. Kyle Thomas was in their recruit class, and Val Powers later became McCormick's partner.
It's hard to go back to work. I worked last night. It was one of the most difficult shifts I've ever done.
Timmy was always there for me. He took care of me when I came back a year ago from a really bad injury. And now I'm trying to take care of him.
Police say a woman who admits to having 1.5 drinks hit the ambulance. And even before the blood alcohol results are in, some colleagues say it's their memories of the men that inspire feelings of forgiveness.
Cody and Tim, they wouldn't want her to feel bad about what happened and to feel guilty about it. They would want her to go on with her life and to learn from what happened. The results of that blood alcohol test are expected back sometime later this week. Reporting live at the Crown Hill Funeral Home and Cemetery, Ebony Monet, RTV6.
Yeah, those results could come back even as early as tomorrow. Ebony, thank you. Also tomorrow, there is a mass for Tim McCormick at St. Peter and Paul Cathedral downtown at 10:30 a.m. A public safety memorial for both McCormick and paramedic Cody Medley will be Wednesday at 10 a.m. at Clues Memorial Hall on the campus of Butler University. That is open to the public. And tonight, we have just learned a private memorial service will be held for Cody Medley on Friday.
Since the deadly crash, the community has been mourning the loss by visiting the crash site and adding to a memorial there. Our TV6 anchor Erica Fly joins us live there with the emotional outpouring she's seeing. Erica.
Todd, people stop by this crash site to see this memorial behind me here and to remember and grieve. Even students coming out of class in an education building here had heavy hearts.
It's like you don't even think that that could happen to you. You know, you drive, you're careful. They were EMT drivers.
21-year-old Timothy McCormick and 22-year-old Cody Medley lost their lives when a car crashed into their ambulance near Senate and St. Clair. It happened right in front of the IUPUI School of Public Health building.
It kind of scares me to think that I could be coming out one day and just get, nailed.
Students coming out of class this evening couldn't miss the growing memorial of flowers marking the site of the deadly crash.
It's just a very sad, tragic event. And all day it's been certainly a reminder.
And Neil Karn says it was devastating over the weekend as well when he was at the education building and witnessed an emotional scene.
We noticed the boyfriend of one of the gentlemen that got killed was here with two of his friends. That's the part that I just can't get that out of my head, that gentleman's face when he was crying.
The deaths of the two EMTs have touched friends, family, and the community.
They're kind of the ones protecting us, and then they got, unfortunately they died.
EMS workers and others in the community have visited the crash site and this memorial. Some knew the victims, others simply knew the dangers of the job. Todd?
They certainly touched a lot of people. Erica, thank you. Mayor Greg Ballard announced today the rescheduling of the 2013 State of the City address due to tragic events of this weekend. The State of the City originally planned for tomorrow will now be delivered by the mayor on Friday, March 8th.